We're going to be looking at the official acquisition of Cursor. So Cursor is now part of SpaceX. Elon Musk has bought it basically. And there's some wild facts in this. In terms of the actual acquisition, how much did it go for, Kazra?
So SpaceX purchased Cursor for 60 billion, which is insane because Elon bought Twitter for 44 billion a few years ago.
This is crazy. So you're telling me like Cursor is worth more than X
Yeah.
at the
So
time of both purchases?
yeah, at the time of the purchase, I don't know what X is now valued at. Maybe it might be a little bit less. But what makes this even more crazy is Cursor it was founded in 2022. So it's technically only a 4/5 year old business.
That's crazy. This is crazy. I wonder how many people actually work at Cursor, like how big their team actually is. And
So they
what
have
what do
a
you think?
headcount of 350 to 700 people.
Mate, the revenue per employee is wild, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, this is like AI 101, right? I reckon we're going to see so many more companies like this being acquired or potentially going public with crazy valuations.
Yeah, if we look at these valuations, so I mean, the acquisition was for 60 billion. Originally, Cursor was valued at $2.5 billion in January of 2025, climbing to 9 billion by last May, and assigned 29.3 billion when it closed its Series D funding in November. So it's just grown so fast. It's unbelievable. And I don't know that many people using Cursor.
I think Cursor is almost like it's kind of like the place that you go to when you're not tech savvy but you want to code. That's how I picture it anyway. I think I used it like maybe once a few years ago and it wasn't great like last year or the year before, but I think they have made a lot of improvements because now you can use it inside your command line, like when you're coding and stuff. So they have made a few decent improvements since.
What do you think Elon's play here is like long term? I mean, he owns X, he owns Cursor. It's like, and all of it seems to be fusing together, like Grok 4.6 from X, and then that's sort of going to be used inside Cursor. What do you think's going on?
So I've got a couple different conclusions from this. I think maybe from an AI point of view, there might be multiple AI winners. So everyone talks about like an AI winner, right? Like who's going to win the AI race. I think there might be an AI winner for enterprise. I think there might be an AI winner for general public use. I think there might be an AI winner for coding. Maybe one for like journalists and news. I think potentially Elon might be going after AI for specifically journalists and news. We both know how much he hates fake news and the general current like media groups and stuff.
Yeah.
So if you can control that, I think that he's probably that's like a win for him. And then another one could potentially be a win for him might be AI coding as well.
Yeah. I wonder how this links as well to SpaceX. Like, the plan to get to Mars. Is this part of the master plan?
Maybe we're gonna go and land and teach aliens how to code.
Teach Martians on Mars how to code.
I mean, I don't fully. Well, I mean, maybe again, I don't know the full ins and outs, but I could imagine that there is a lot of software that needs to be developed for space launch systems and stuff like that. So maybe this kind of ties into that.
Yeah, you might be right there because, like, I know Elon, his philosophy is quite often he likes to build everything in house. Like, even for Tesla, like every single part he was manufacturing himself, as far as I'm aware. Not like him actually making it, but actually sometimes he was in the factory supervising everything. So that might be a big part of it as well. I do think as well, like they've just got massive distribution now, haven't they? Because like
Yeah.
it all links together. Like Cursor is going to help make Grok better, but then if they just want to acquire a lot of customers, they've got like one of the biggest advertising platforms in the world to get as many customers as they want, which is X.
Yeah, I also think as well is Tesla also uses software. Like is technically you aren't buying a Tesla for the car, you're buying it for the software and everything that comes with it. So like the self-drive mode, Grok inside your car, the massive screen where you can watch Netflix and stuff like that on it. So I think that even for that, this is how I personally see it. I think Elon has looked at his outgoings for all of his businesses, and he's like, right, we are spending however much money on coding and software. We need to reduce that bill by, even if we reduce it by, let's say, I don't know, 5% every year, it's probably worth us buying Grok. Not Cursor. So maybe it's an acquisition, like a growth by acquisition type scenario.
Yeah, I think so as well. And then also they've just got a ridiculous amount of compute, haven't they? Like they've out of everyone, I think that Grok, and this is why they've been improving so quickly. Like they went from basically a model that was not even as good as Opus 4.8 to a model that's on par with Fable 5 in like a month, from 4.5 on Grok to 4.6. So it's like they've got so much compute, and that's going to help Cursor and also X at the same time.
Yeah, I saw a tweet by Elon, actually, I think it was like a few hours ago, and he literally actually said, which I haven't seen any other like AI bro talking about this. Like I've never seen Sam Altman say this. I've never seen the guy from Claude, which I forget his name, say this. But he actually said like, hey guys, Fable 5 is generally smarter, but we've made, I think his quote was something like, we've made the biggest increase in improvement over the last like 3 months or something. Like I've never seen any other AI guy like Sam Altman saying like, yeah, Claude's better at this, but we're better at that.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. I think you're right about the overall mission for Mars as well. It's like, software and flight systems. Cursor can speed up the writing, debugging, managing complex mission code, autonomous operations as well, and then also mission simulations. So like all the computing, all the infrastructure, all the software, Cursor's going to help with that.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because I mean, even if I suppose it's a twofold, right? It might not even be from a costing point of view that they're going to be saving money on, because it could even be from a time saving point of view as well, right? Because if he's done the maths and he's like, right, okay, our current timeline, we're going to land on Mars in 15 years' time, but if we acquire Cursor, we might be able to do it in 7.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And from what I've heard, his philosophy is like every decision that he makes has to fit into the mission, which is, does this help us move closer or further away from the goal of getting to Mars? So this must be part of like the master plan for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's either that or we're going to go and teach aliens how to code, mate. How to vibe code as well. It's not even good coding.
I don't think that would be a good thing. Just imagine the amount of snake games out there in the ecos. In the
Snake games and Tetris. That's the only 2 games.
Exactly. Well, that's been it from from us on the acquisition of Cursor. Huge acquisition. Like that must be one of the biggest of all time, surely.
Yeah. So I'm seeing reports as well that Anthropic are potentially going public, and it's going to be the biggest public like IPO ever. So I think we're going to see more of this. Last question to you: when do you think this number is going to get broken? Obviously, there's tons of businesses out there.
What do you mean by the number? Oh, when
so
it's
like
actually going to come out?
60 billion acquisition. When do you think we're going to see a bigger acquisition?
I don't know. I mean, like this must be one of the biggest we've ever seen, and I don't know, like because it feels like we're like peak AI, and everyone's been waiting for this to slow down, but for some reason it's just going and going and going and going. So I don't know what's going to come next. Like imagine if someone tried to buy, for example, Anthropic or something like that. That would be ages. Or imagine the amount of money that Anthropic has to invest and buy someone else.
I think by 2027 this number is going to be, I don't know, 100 billion.
Yeah, that would be crazy. Yeah, I don't know. It's getting wild. But then also, we're looking at 3 of the biggest IPOs of all time as well, aren't we? So SpaceX, OpenAI, and Claude. And I guess everything that's going on right now, the whole race that we're seeing, is all ramping up to those IPOs.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because obviously some people are worried about an AI bubble burst. So I mean, if it does, like this means that everything was inflated by, I don't know, 4 or 5x.
And the other thing I heard actually is like a lot of the revenue in that AI ecosystem is pretty much all coming from like OpenAI and Claude.
Yes, so OpenAI, Claude, and NVIDIA as well. I've heard because they distribute all the graphics cards.
Yeah, and then like so, for example, they'll buy stuff with tokens as well. So like or for example, like Microsoft will invested in OpenAI. But then the way that Microsoft pays back that acquisition is through compute. And so it's kind of like, it's almost like a different currency in the ecosystem.
I've heard this story, and I think it would make for a great like next episode or something. But like,
Yeah.
graphics card is like literally a form of currency right now, which is insane.
Yeah, compute itself. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. For sure. All right. Well, thanks for watching. If you haven't already, check out the new search from Kazra. Link in the comments and description if you want to learn SEO and how to rank inside AI search engines. And then if you want to learn how to grow your business and scale with AI automation, feel free to check out the AI Profit Warning. Thanks for watching.